You're seeing capital flow to those retail stores to be reinvested in, but also to be repurposed to be more of a distribution fulfillment point. And that's, I think, the exciting evolution that's going on in retail today is like those stores are just starting to become part of the logistics chain.
I'm here today with Conor Flynn, CEO of Kimco Realty. Can you start with an update on how the integration of Weingarten is proceeding and what the transaction will mean for Kimco's portfolio?
Yeah, the Kimco and Weingarten merger is really, it's a wonderful deal that came together at the right time for us. And the integration has gone extraordinarily well. We're now fully integrated. All the systems have been converted. All the portfolio has been fully integrated to the Kimco team. So we've really, I think, taken the bull and run with it. And it's exciting to see what the combination will now produce this year. This will be the first year as a combined organization.
What balance do you see between new development and focusing on enhancing internal growth opportunities?
Yeah, that's the nice part about where our business is today, is there's so much net new demand for our space that it really is allowing us to have pricing power, and we're putting up record leasing volumes. So there's so much organic growth in our business today that's visible. We actually have close to $50 million of signed leases that have yet to start flowing to the bottom line. And so that's where we're prioritizing. We're making sure that we lease everything we can to really high credit quality tenants. The new development side of the equation for us, it's really not an important part of our strategy right now. What we're looking at is doing, how do we unlock the highest and best use of our real estate? So for our strategy, it's really looking at entitling the highest and best use, which for a grocery anchored shopping center typically is adding apartments to it. And so we've been very successful at that. We've got 2,000 apartment units now built. We've got over 4,000 entitled, and we're trying to get to 12,000 entitled. So we see a path there to position our assets for future redevelopment opportunities to give ourselves optionality and flexibility to unlock that value when the time is right.
How are Kimco's tenants taking an integrative approach when assessing their space needs?
Yeah, it's an exciting time in retail. I mean, for us, it feels like almost like retail 2.0 is just starting to take hold. When you look at sort of the best and the brightest in the retail world, they've now really determined that the last mile store, and last mile is the way we define it, is the closest to where you live, work, and play. So it's your local store, it's your local grocery anchored shopping center that provides convenience and provides value. And that's where our retailers are really leaning into understanding how to better serve their customer. And that's where Kimco can be at a point where we can help them solve that question. And so you're seeing capital flow to those retail stores to be reinvested in, but also to be repurposed to be more of a distribution fulfillment point. And that's, I think, the exciting evolution that's going on in retail today is like those stores are just starting to become part of the logistics chain where the consumer is, and Walmart said it on their earnings call just this past quarter, they want it to be a shoppable fulfillment center. And in a lot of ways, Costco's already doing that, right? And you start to see that with Target. But Target is, I think, a great example of, I think they're up to 95% of their online orders are fulfilled from their stores. And so when you encourage the customer to come and pick up your order that you ordered online, and you buy online, pick up in store, and you can use curbside pickup, all of a sudden that's a very healthy margin, and that's what's really driving the profitability to our retailers.
And as you meet with investors, what are 3 top reasons you would cite for why to invest in Kimco today?
There's a number of reasons to invest in Kimco, I think from a sector perspective. So 3 big beneficiaries of the pandemic that we experienced. Number 1 was suburbanization. You saw this population shift to the first ring suburbs. Kimco, its portfolio is positioned in the first ring suburbs of the top 20 metro markets. So we saw a big benefit of that as population increased, housing prices increased, shopping traffic increased. Second big beneficiary is really sort of the work from home concept, right? So instead of having a work office that you go to on a 5-day-a-week type of routine, many people are still today working on a hybrid schedule. And so the more that people work from home, that's more trips to our grocery stores, more trips to our quick service restaurants, more trips to the coffee shop. So again, we're seeing traffic continue to build, and it is above last year's level. So we see a continuation of that product, which again leads to more sales, more profitability at our shopping centers. The third piece that probably is the most important is that last mile distribution fulfillment point is becoming the new retail prototype of the future. And that's what's given a lot of further validation of our product type. And For Kimco to be positioned, we like to use the tagline first and last mile retail, because we are the largest. We give the retailers, the flexibility to look at our portfolio and help them solve what they're looking for. We think that last piece is really important, because the last mile store is more valuable than ever before. And you're seeing the capital that retailers have to invest really move from the e-commerce business to now the last mile store, so that it can fully integrate the two and make it more profitable.